Okay, so yeah, we're back in it. We're going to be doing more coding today. I guess let's take a look. Let's get this off the screen, and then we'll just remind ourselves of where we're at. So we'll load our game. And we are in the initial battle phase, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit. What we did yesterday is add this little thing down here so we can kind of see how much we can walk once we enter the turn-based phase. So we'll grab King Cobra, and we're going to let him walk into Cyrax's detection queue, leading us into the contact state, bringing everyone into the turn-based mode. We have lost control of our camera. It is now attached to Cyrax, and he
look
follows
5-1,
over
bitch.
here. He attacks Ethan in wings.
Look 5-1, bitch.
And he's using an attack called Stink. It's kind of blocked off by our
I
battle
lose
manager
my
right now.
fucking temper over these stupid fucking assholes.
So what we did yesterday for Cobra, and let me move this up so you can see a little, oh shit, not that. My bad, let me move this up. And then you can see this is our little, this will tell us how far we can go. God bless the goal! Yeah, alright, so we got Cobra here, and then if we start walking, we're too far over right now, but eventually you'll see that our walking meter starts going down. I need to update that to make it a little smoother. And we can keep going until we run out here. So now if I try and click like all the way over here, we just don't have the movement for it. And I think we print that. You ain't got no moves, bish. So yeah, you can't move that far. Let's go back to our game. And we'll get a little closer to our buddy Ralph over here. And he has been knocked unconscious by Cyrax, but we're going to try and resurrect him with some pot smoke. So we use Cobra's spell, but even though Ethan's on our team, it seems to have no effect. So we need to edit that. Cobe's bong is also facing the wrong direction. We need to fix that too. So I keep getting that in the wrong direction, and I try and fix it, but it's like a pain in the ass just to run the whole scene just to try that. Also, our spell is down here, and we need to bring it up here. So let's fix some of those things. Let's go to the I believe it's the player intention arrow, and we got that. We need the spell name and such. We have to bring that up much further. So yeah, we'll bring that up like to here. Might be too far. But at least, you know, we can see it, and then we got to make it bigger too. So let's grab the font size and crank that up to, I'm going to say 100. And even 100 on all of them sounds like a good idea. It's probably still going to be pretty small, but it'll be readable. We also need to adjust the bong. It was basically in the opposite direction. Man. So what if I do this? Spin it like that. I think that's where it's supposed to be. And let's give that a shot. So, we'll go back to our start screen. Oh, we also needed Ethan to respond to the pot smoke. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're welcome for the video. I'm gonna do more tutorial videos coming up. I like doing this type of content too, so I've been doing that for a while. But once I get the combat initiated in this, I want to do like I want to see if I can get like multiplayer going in it. So that would be pretty awesome, because everyone wants good tutorials on that nowadays. So what do we want to do? We want to go to Ethan Ralph, and we've got to in the take heal, are we even appreciating that? Are we even like reaching that? We go up. So I need to search for this line right here. We got healed for, and it would be towards the end. Yeah, I don't think so. So yeah, I don't think we're actually getting to this spell right here. Let's double check King Cobra. And when we actually instantiate the bong and the pot smoke on Cobra, are we even calling... So here's what we're actually calling the spell. We have the bong here, which we load in. We got the smoke that we load in, the intention arrow that we load in, but now we actually need to say... we need a function that's going to get the enemies in range. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it's like the rest of the internet's no more fun. Kino Casino is like the best show there is right now. So, let's see what we gotta do. We have to get the enemies in range. So we'll say, how did I do this in our enemy thing? Yeah, well, I guess we can use player character because they're all going to be player characters. So we'll say for, we'll say players in group, and we'll get the group, I think it is character player. And let's go up to the top of our script here because I put it in our ready function. Right, there we go, player character. So all of our player characters are in this group. This is a healing spell, so I wanted to heal everyone in range of cobes. So that's what we'll do. We'll come on down and we'll hit that character player, wrong sequence. We'll go there, and then we'll say if players dot position. So now we're getting the position of the players, and we're going to say distance to. So that gets the distance from, and then we have to tell it from where. So we're going to say our position. So if the distance from our position is less than the spell, and I think the 5th index in that list is the range. So the spell is being loaded from basically a CSV, and I'll bring that up real quick just to show you. So we have the spell here, we have the name of the spell, the location, like area of effect on caster, the description, and then like all of the stats for it, the magnitude, the damage. So I think we want the range, so that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the range there. So we'll head on back, and did I get that correct? Yes, I did. And we want to multiply that by 35, I believe, because that is our range multiplier we're using for this game. But we also have to convert that to a float. It's going to come in as a string, and it's just going to cause an error. I just know that from experience. Yeah, I didn't know who PPP was until he teamed up with Andy, and then I was like, damn, this guy is, he's the best in the sector from the top on down at this point. I don't know if they're going to stream tonight. That would be cool. But nice work, man. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to keep going. Players.position.distance to. So now we know they're in range. So let's actually make a little list here. We're going to say in range dict. And we'll just make an empty list. We just need a list. And we'll just say var. And then we'll come down here and we'll just append them to that list. So in range list. Well, actually, we could just act on them here. I mean, there's no reason to make another list and then do another for loop. So we'll just say if that's going on, we'll say players. And then, what did we call that function? Let's go to the Ralph male. Take heal. So then we got to put take heal. And of course pass in the spell we are healing with. So, there we go. 4 players in, what is it, get nodes. In group, I believe. And then we have to say get tree. Dot, get nodes in group. I believe. Position is not a real word. Awesome. Position. Shit. Position. Positon. There we go. So now all the players should take heal, which is going to cause an issue because some of our characters don't have that function. So let's just quickly add that to wings. We're just going to probably put it underneath his process function. So we'll come right here. Funk, and then Ralph needs a sombrero. We might make him a sombrero. That's a good idea. I have this Blender scene I'm making for Ralph now for his crack shack in Mexico when you actually like acquire the character Ralph. So yeah, we're working on that, but it's gonna be a second. And then we'll say print, take heal, and we're just going to say wings done. Got some that healing. We'll use Pidgin English to do this because we're doctors and lawyers here. And that sounds good. Let's try this. Oh, we need to add it to King Cobra as well because he's going to affect himself with this spell. I think. I've never actually... I guess so, yeah. So we'll say print cobes got them healths. There we go. And Cyrax won't need it. And DSP, where's DSP at? He's hiding around trying to do as little as possible, as DSP is known to do. So now print, we took care, we'll just say healed DSP. Healed DSP, no funny business here. So then we'll go back to our start screen and we'll see how all of our changes happen. Yeah, I want to get the combat down, then I got to get the inventory, and then I can start adding like quests and stuff. So just kind of like, I still got a job on top of this, so I can't do this during the day. So we'll load the game. Yeah, we're going to select one of these guys here, and we'll enter into the domain of Cyrax and receive his taunts. And I'll put this up so it's a little more visible.
I made you, and I will destroy you.
And that box around him is like his detection area, and I gotta get rid of that because I can't click the ground past that. So like if I try and move Cobra to it, it gets in the way.
I lose my fucking temper over these stupid fucking assholes.
Okay, so now we are Cobra, and we want to move towards our fallen companions and smoke them up. So we're gonna hit our spell here, and looks like the bong is facing the right direction this time, so that's a little better. Let me So we got green smoke, that's the name of our spell, 35 is the range. So Ralph is clearly in range. Same with wings here. And DSP should be in range too, but he didn't receive. Did we get anything from here? No. So we're not getting any players. Let's try that again. Let's go back to King Cobra. I must not be calling it right. Or something. So, what are we gonna do? 4 players and get tree, get nodes in group, player character. If the distance... Oh, I bet this is the wrong way. So the distance to the position is greater than that, so we need to say lesser. There we go. That's a very simple fix. Hopefully that's all it was. I should probably put an equal to in there too, because if it's just in range, we want to affect them as well. But we'll do that next time. And it's going to take a second to load. Yeah, I want to add Bossman Jack and like Anissa and iDubbbz. I'm being strategic. I gotta do cows that can't sue me or anything, because I'm not gonna ask for their permission to use anything of theirs. So.
You ain't shit!
Let's move that up a little bit. We'll initiate again. I can't cast the spells out of my turn phase, so I have to wait until then.
You all look 5-1, bitch.
Where is Feezer? Yeah, we could do Teddy Feezer.
You all look 5-1, bitch.
And I will destroy
I kind of feel bad for him. Like, they A-logged him so hard. He's probably just trying to get a job now.
Temper over these stupid fucking assholes.
Alright, so we'll go over here. And we'll see if we can save our companions. Let me get right in the middle so I can save all of them. And I'll hit our weed spell, and there we go. Ralph is back to life. I think Wings is just passed out, and I think does DSP have more health? We'll have to check. Yeah, we healed DSP. We got healed for 0 points of health. That's great. Wings done got some of that healing, and Cobes got dem healths. So everyone got updated. Now we need to fix some more stuff. Is there a Ralph line we can use when he gets brought back to life? Let's take a look at what Ralph lines I have. I just gotta figure out where they're at. We close these. We go to Ethan Ralph. And when I mean lines, I mean sound bites. So Ralph clips.
Flamengo!
Flamenco!
And I'm better at it than anybody else in this whole fucking sector, from the top on down.
Yeah, I think that'll be his resurrection clip, so we'll use that one. Do we have that in here? Control F, and we'll say from the top. Awesome. So I'm going to grab that. I have this soundbite loaded in here as an on-ready bar called From the Top. And then all we have to do is when we're resurrected. So, let's see. Basically what I did is we checked when we take healing, and if our current state is dead, our next state will be turn-based, which props us back up. But we're probably going to need to add in another... We could add in another state, or we could play an animation, and then once the animation ends, we'll send it to turn-based. I think that'll be the way to go. So I think we're going to say animplayer.play, and hopefully we have a get up animation or something similar. And then I'm going to leave a little comment here that says play after anim finishes, or execute rather. So Feezer is broke selling Barbies on eBay. Yeah, that's very sad. It's a very sad life that man lives. I mean, I work in a shipping and receiving department, but, you know, that's for a real company. So let's see. Nice. What are we gonna do? Animation player. We need to figure out an animation to play. Damn, we don't really have anything. I thought I had like a... I guess we could hit a dance. I thought I had like a get back up. Can we play the die in reverse? Probably not a good idea. We can do the jump back up. Yeah, I think we'll have him do a little dance, a little truffle shuffle. So we'll go to Ethan Ralph and we'll select animation player play and we'll get dance. And then we'll come down here and this should be a match statement, but we're just going to continue with this terrible programming practice of endless if loops for some reason. And we'll check if that is a animation called dance, and if it is, then we're going to set the next state equal to and what did we say? I believe it was take heal turn based. Okay, nice. So we just need to set that equal down there. And that should execute pretty well. So we should do a little dance. Yeah. So he should do a little dance for us, and we need to put his shit upon his voice clip in there. How are we gonna do that? We'll just put it right here. Ralph's voice. So what do we call that? I think we call it Ethan's voice dot play. And what are we going to play? We want to play from the top. So we don't even need those. We just need the... Oh, no, we don't need that. We're going to say dot stream, because we have to set the stream, and we set that equal to from the top, and then we say Ethan's voice dot play. And I should have like a little... What I should do is get some of the old Killstream intro and put it in as he's resurrected. That would be pretty based. But I just need to get these main mechanics down. So eventually we're going to have to create this take heal function on wings and DSP and the others. The reason I'm not, these are all kind of like so separate, like each character is so different that I really didn't want to make one class for each one, but I probably should have because they have very similar functions. But let's give that a try and see how that works out. And then we'll have to update our UI whenever we're all healed. So it's going to take a second to load, like always. Probably should get a better graphics card, but you know, I think I have like a 680 or something. Load game. We're in it to win it. We select Cobra and we move on down.
You ain't shit.
Move that up.
I made you,
All
and I
right,
will
so we
destroy
will-
you.
Y'all look 5-1, bitch.
I
Y'all look
made
5-1,
you,
bitch.
and I will destroy you.
Nice, there we go.
I lose my fucking temper
Now we
over
just need
these
to
stupid
move
fucking
over
assholes.
to this place down there. And we'll use our pot smoking attack to heal
And I'm
everyone.
better at it than anybody else in this whole fucking sector, from the top on down.
So Ralph is resurrected. And then once his animation finishes, he should switch back to turn-based mode. There we go. Yeah, now he's back in turn-based mode, I believe. Nice. And Wings is still passed out, so we need to fix that. And then we also need to fix some things with Cyrax. Like, he runs to the exact point where the people are standing, and we want him to have a little offset. But we'll come to that when we get to it. And we probably should come up with something for Phil to do other than just stand there in, like, women's jeans. We also need to continue our combat with cobes, subtract our battle points, and manage that type of shit. Can we still move? Yeah, we can still move. So, we need to have him do the attack, finish it, and then be done with it. So, we'll probably do the same sequence that we just did with Ralph, but with Cobra. So, let's go there. And by that I mean when the animation player finishes, then we will move him to the next turn, which will be turn-based. So, where are we playing the animation? Attack with spell A, Control F, I guess turn-based. Oh, that's right, we're calling that, so... Call to our anim player.play sitting. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Nice. So now we just need to take that animation there. Control C. We bring it on down. If anim name equals and sitting, then what we want to do is set the next state to turn-based. Yeah. Equals turn based. There we go. So, and then we also want to subtract our battle points up here. We have 5 battle points, and we subtract, what is it? Or we have a spell. We have a spell that we passed in. And I believe the battle points are the 10th index in the spell, CSV. So let's go to latest. This is the CSV I'm importing all the spells from. We'll go, gotta make this as big as possible. So let's see, cost right there. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay, the 10th. So I did have it memorized correctly. So the 10th array is the spell. We got to wrap it in a float because it's going to come in as a string. We're going to set a, we're just going to make that a var real quick and say cost, just so it's easy for me to read when I come back to it. And then we will say, we have battle points. Do we have battle points? I mean, let's ask ourselves a very important question. Battle points are 6. Let's take that down to 5, and we'll just subtract 2 from that. Let's see. So we're going to say battle points minus equals 2 for this spell. Or, never mind, we're going to minus the cost. So I have no idea what that is, so we're going to print that out. So print, we spent, let's do a little plus right there, and we'll say spell 10, and then we'll say blank battle points on the, and then we'll add 2 more plus marks, and then we're going to say spell 0. So this is going to be the name of the spell. So it'll say, you know, we spent 5 points on the battle spell Green Smoke, and on Green Smoke, and then we don't need anything else there. So that'll be easy to read for us. And let me capitalize over here. Get rid of that. That makes me feel better. Alright, so there we go. That should work. So what do we want to do after that? We move back into turn-based mode and we can cast the spell again and keep subtracting battle points. And we also have to check if we have the battle points. So let's say if battle points is greater than or equal to the cost. And of course we're going to have to then move that down to right there. So we take that. So if we have the battle points, we're going to execute the attack. And if not, then we're going to, I guess, just run back to our car as fast as possible and act like nothing happened. I think that's a solid strategy. Actually, we'll just print. We don't got enough battle points. We'll add some exclamation points because we're pretty pissed about it. Yeah, it's funny because Ralph does dance like that when, oh man, what was it, Elijah Schaefer's studio or whatever, when he went out there and was shucking and jiving in the parking lot. That was the greatest dancing he ever did. And for whatever reason, the model just, like, I didn't even make that dance move. That came from Mixamo. And they just happen to have the animation of how he actually dances. So maybe there are some Ralph fans. Because, yeah, that is the exact move he used, dude. It's so good. And the hump is perfect, too. Like, that hump in his back, it's right there. Yeah, Edelwolf for $50, or what is it, Anonymous for $80. Yeah. Okay, so, what was I even doing? I completely forgot. So we are the Kang Cobra. We are doing our thing. We don't got enough battle points. Let's try that. So we should be able to run through this, I guess, 2 times. Let's check how many. Well, it'll print it out for us. We don't need to check the CSV to see how many points we have. Let's just run it from the top. I wonder if Ralph is live now. You have to check Rumble. He's got like 7 different. One's like TRR. One is like the Kill Stream Live. There's like 5 or 6 channels on Rumble. I don't know if he's just getting drunk and making new ones, or if it's like they ban him. But yeah, I want to make an attack for Ralph where it's called double Romans, because he saw him the other day where he's like 1 Roman, 2 Romans, and I was like, yes, dude, that's so good. So I want to do like a double Romans attack where he does 2 Roman salutes, and then it like empowers your entire party. So let's see how this goes. Cyrax again stinks us.
Do I look 5'1", bitch? Do I look 5'1", bitch?
And I will destroy you.
I lose my fucking temper over these stupid
Okay,
fucking
so now we can
assholes.
move in for the kill, or for the healing, really. So we hit our spell between float. Oh, what's going on here? Invalid operand string and float. So I guess this is a float. It's weird. I thought it was a string, but we'll just convert it to an STR, and we'll do the same for this guy over here, even though I think he is a string anyway. But That should... Oh my god. I hate it when it does that. I got rid of one of my parentheses. There we go. And then we can stop it and restart it. Good old Sargoy, dude. It's basically going to be like Baldur's Gate. Kind of like a strategic, like, I don't know what you call it. Just that type of like top-down where you can zoom around and, like Baldur's Gate. I've never really played any other games that are that style. I just thought it would be cool. Okay, yeah, action RPG, I guess. I was originally going to make a Souls-like, but then everyone was doing Souls-like, and I was like, nah. Let's do something that makes more sense. Plus, the Godot engine could probably handle this type of game better.
You ain't shit.
So, I also thought about making a cooking game with Cobra. So it's like Cope's cooking and
Yo,
just
look, 5-1,
combining like
bitch.
the most rancid ingredients.
Yo,
I
look,
wanted that to
5-1,
be like the
bitch.
potion making in this game. I got some
I
assets
lose
made
my
for it, but I haven't
fucking
like
temper
coded anything for it yet.
over these stupid fucking assholes.
So now we're going over there. We're going to use our pot smoke. We got Ralph resurrected. And then once our sitting animation finishes, it should loop us back to turn-based, hopefully. Oh, we're in turn-based mode again. Let me double check that, because we should be playing an animation when we go back to turn-based. And we also want to despawn the bong and everything. So, yeah, we gotta go back to... Where is our buddy Cobes? Damn, alright, I gotta get rid of some of these. Because the way it moves them around is so fucking annoying. Alright, there we go. We're back in Cobes, and what did we say we want to do? We want to despawn the bong. So, when we finish the animation sitting, we're going to... Suffer horse? Yeah, that would be a good one. I gotta get the clip of him pooping his pants too, where he's like leaning back in the seat. The way he turned on Ricada for that, where he was just like, Ricada's a snake. And it's like, Ralph, you clearly shit your fucking pants. Sorry, dude. Yeah, so, damn, what do we need to do? That's right. On the animation, we need to despawn the bong and stuff. But the problem is that we have... let's add them to a group, and then we'll just despawn the group. So, where's that thing? I think it's down here, right? Yeah, so we'll just add all these to a group. So we'll say b.add to group, and do we need to say get tree.add to group? I don't think so. I think we can just say add to group. Let me go up here and check. Yeah, we can just say add to group. Nice. So we're going to add all these to a group called turn props, and then we'll just delete turn props. Where the fuck is it at? There we go. So, turn. Let's call it Cobes turn props. Cobes turn props. Road to Voktok. Okay, yeah, I'll have to go check it out. I want to do more Godot-centered content, but this has just been taking up all my time. And for good reason. This is a good idea right here, what I'm doing. So then we'll also add that to our group. The intention arrow, Cobes turn props, and then we'll go here. And then when we get down here, we'll say for nodes in get tree dot get nodes in group, and we'll get what do we call it, cobes turn props, and for each one of those we're going to say nodes dot queue free. There we go. And let's also make sure that our sitting animation doesn't loop. That could be an issue. Sitting does not loop. It's about 7 seconds. That's a long animation, but whatever. Nice. So, what else do we need to do? Yeah, when we go back to turn-based, we should be playing an animation as well. So let's take a look at that. Turn-based, we're in this function. Where are you at? Yeah, so we should be playing the swipe idle. King Cobra are in turn-based mode. Yeah. So let's try that again. Go to start screen, we'll run it from the top. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't really know how it handles like a ton of enemies. But American McGee's Alice-styled game, but more. It's a weird smash of ideas. It's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of like the new games they're coming out with, like the AAA studios, are just like not fun at all. Like my brother's a big Fallout fan, and he like played 76 for like a long time, and then he's just like, dude, I don't even like it anymore. It's just a garbage simulator. And like that's what it feels like when you buy these new like Bethesda games. It's like there's no personality to this. Whereas like I'll just go back and play Morrowind for like the millionth time.
I made you, and I will destroy you.
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
Alright, so we're...
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
And I will destroy you.
Hopefully we get all the bugs
I
ironed out
lose
this
my
time.
fucking temper over these stupid fucking assholes.
Alright, let's hit
And I'm
our
better at it than anybody else in
hot
this whole
smoking
fucking
spell.
sector. From the top on down.
Should be 7 seconds, and then we should move back. I don't know why his animation doesn't update. That's weird. But he does say he's in turn-based mode. And so then if I try to move, he goes back to moving. See, that's the animation he should be displaying in the turn-based mode, is the ready. Let's come over here again, and then we'll use the spell again.
Than anybody else in this whole fucking sector. From the top on down.
Route does his little dance for us. We can then, but yeah, we need to figure out why he's not going into the next animation there. But we can walk again if we have enough movement. And I think now we are completely out of movement, as you can see here. Just probably the smallest little amounts. So, where do we want to go from here? We need to fix that animation, like I said. We need to get wings back resurrected, and we also need to update the UI to display the actual health of our characters. So, that's a lot. First thing, let's try and fix that King Cobra glitch. If the animation was sitting, then we get rid of the props, so that worked fine. Next state is turn-based. That's correct. What if we try throwing the animation here? We'll just say anim player.play. I mean, is there a reason that it's not activating? But whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I tried, I liked Elden Ring. I played it for a good amount of time, but then I just found myself going back to, like, Dark Souls. You know, it's like I just enjoy Dark Souls more. And it's like there's almost, like, too much to do in Elden Ring, where it's like I just want the path that I've known for the last 10 years. playing Dark Souls over and over again. And yeah. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, I always encourage people to like make games and code and shit. It's like a lot more fun. So let's try that. Let's go to, well, let's update a few more things. We'll fix wings while we're here. Is take heal. Well, let's go to Ralph. I want to see how the UI is called. So when we take damage, we update the health. I don't think we actually, oh, we do that. Okay, so it's get tree, call group, update player. Let me take a look at that. The battle arranger is that thing that you see appear if I go to my camera. So I go to the 2D here. If we're in the scene, there's a battle arranger up here with all the faces that show the health too. And we update that. That is a separate scene that we spawn in with the game manager. So if I go to the game, the battle arranger, our game manager is an auto load. So it loads every time the scene loads, then it loads this. And we have some functions in here, like update battle arranger. And I think that's the one we want. Let me double check that. Close this. We'll close good old review tech. We don't need him right now. We need to go back to the Ralph mail. I'm going to close enemy test and testing area. Bong is solid. Camera holder we still need. There we go. So we're in the Ralph script right now. And so yes. Okay. Alright, here we go. Get tree, call group, battle arranger, update player. So we're going to try that here and just see what happens. We should be doing it regardless, I believe. Yeah. So we're passing in ourself and the spell. Why do we need to pass in the spell? Oh, because if it's like a poison or something. Yeah. Let's try that. Let's run it. Yeah, let's see what happens. Well shit, that's still not gonna work because we need to bring him back. I don't know, let's just see what happens. The battle arranger skips over dead characters, so it might skip over Ethan when it's making the next turn list. So I have to kind of make a decision whether I want to like append him to the end when he comes back to life, or if I want to like insert his turn somewhere. I don't know. I'm trying to think which would be fair to the player, I guess, just to I don't know. I'll think about it. So we got another time.
You ain't shit.
Next time we're gonna attack with DSP and see what happens. But we got Cyrax all ready to beat our ass.
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
I'd like to put side characters
Do I
like
look 5'1",
Biz
bitch?
Martin, as like NPCs that'll give you a task to like beat up
Cyrax,
Cyrax. That would be so cool.
over these stupid fucking assholes.
So let's smoke them up and see who updates. Yeah, so this was what I was talking about. So his face should appear back on here because now he's back from the dead, and he should get a turn this time. But should we? The way the turn thing works is it goes through and it finds everyone with their speed. Whoever has the fastest speed goes first, and so it will make the turns. Then once all those people go, it'll remake it again. So this will, once it clears, it'll fill itself back up with the speed thing again. So it's just checking the speed every time. And that's kind of a hacky way to do it, but for right now it works. So then if I use this, I just want to make sure I can't use this 3 times, because that would mean I would be out of battle points. And how many points did that even cost? Let's see. We spent 2 battle points on green smoke. Awesome. Let's finish it. So I shouldn't be able to use another one because I only had 5 points. So if I hit it, nice. We don't got enough battle points. Awesome. Perfect. So, we basically have a ton of stuff to do. Yeah, that would be cool. I never really played much Grand Theft Auto, only when I went over to like friends' houses when I was a kid. Because I never just really liked that style of video games, but it was always fun to just run around in the world and like kill hookers and shit like that. That was the best. Yeah. When you're all of your friends' parents would come in the room, you're like, "What the hell are you playing?" And then they would just take the game. That was great. Let's see. So I want to go to my battle arranger and let's see if we can call a function to add him back in. Where's my battle arranger? So we go there, and when we update the players, we can always check what yeah. So we can always use this to check what we have instantiated onto the battle arranger. So we basically go through the children and then we get the name of the child, and if the name of the child matches the player that is on the screen, then we can like check who's there, and we can filter out who's dead and who's not. That's one way we could do it. We could also make another function here. I think I'm going to do it this way, called func restore dead player. And I'm going to code that, but first I'm going to take a quick break to get more coffee. So I'm just going to go to the start screen and have all our lolcows dancing for a second. I'm going to put up some text. It says, be right back in 5 minutes. So, well, the text isn't working. Oh, there we go. I've messed up my OBS. Awesome. Well, that'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I had to make more coffee because I'm completely out. Awesome. So, let's see where we're at. Cool. So we are Cobra. Again, we're going to invade. We need to check the spell again. I just forgot completely what we were doing.
I made you, and I
Cat
will
has decided
destroy
to join
you.
us.
Do I look 5'1", bitch? Do I look 5'1", bitch?
And I will destroy
I need to
you.
randomize a voice clip for him too.
I lose my fucking
But I only have 3
temper
voice clips right
over
now.
these
So.
stupid fucking assholes.
Alright, Cobra, shut up. We've heard your voice line before.
And I'm
Bam.
better at it than anybody else in this whole fucking sector, from the top on down.
So, nice. Now we're back in the ready pose. Awesome. That's what we wanted. Let's use his thing again.
Sector, from the top on down.
Alright, now we can't use it again because we don't have enough battle points. Nice. So, we need to obviously repair when we hit Ethan. He doesn't get added back into the turn list, but we need to do that. So, that's what we're going to do now. And the way we were going to do that is with the Battle Arranger. We had a new function we were creating, which was restore dead player, and we will be passing in the player. And then all we have to do is, basically whenever we update this, we create a name label, and then we create a texture rect, and we put the player image in the texture rect, and the label and stuff down there. Oh, let me get this off the screen. So we just need to bring all this here. It's going to be easy for me to just copy and paste, and then I'll delete what we don't need. So restore dead player. I'll kind of explain as we go too. So we put that in here. I'm going to get rid of all this because that was like an experiment I was doing. See if I can get a shader in there. I wanted to make like a cool poison effect, so it'd be like Pokemon, and they have like the overlaying shit where it gets all wavy on the images. But player is not declared in the current scope. So all we need to do is say players right here, even though it's going to be singular player, and I think I will actually go through and change them because it's better that way. It's better if we put in the extra time. So we got the name label, we have the battle points label, and we get the amount of battle points they have. We then need their health points label, and the texture rect is going to be the player image. So all of these we are getting from the player. So like if I went to King Cobra and I have player image, that's a loaded image right here, and that is the one. If I type Cobra, we can see that we have an image somewhere in here. There we go. There's our boy. So that's the image that's going to load when we have our battle arranger. Sorry, I got a fucking piece of cat hair because my cat won't fucking stop annoying me on my face. Nice. So, restore dead player. We pass in the player we want to restore, and we're adding it to the end. So for right now, let's just leave a little note. We are adding the restored player to the end of the line. think we actually need to tell the game manager as well what we're doing, because the game manager is not going to know that. So we're going to say, let's actually not call, let's call the game manager and tell him first, and then he can call this function. Let me leave that as a little note. Let's call this from the game manager. Nice. So we go to the game manager, and then we're going to put in, I guess we'll call it func. And what do we call the other one? Just restore dead player. We're going to use the same convention here. And we'll say restore dead player, and then we pass in the player. And this makes more sense to pass it through the game manager, and because we need to add the end of the turn state as well. We have a separate turn list on the game manager which actually decides who goes, so this needs to be updated as well. So we're going to say current turn list, and we're just going to add to the end of that. Where was it? There we go, right here. Current turn list, and we're going to say dot append, and what we pass in is a list, and it's going to be the player, and then also the player dot speed, which is a variable of how fast they go. And this is kind of not needed for what we're doing now because we're just adding them in. But normally when we are using this, we're checking the speed against the other players. So that's why I pass in both of these. It's kind of like a cheap way of doing a tuple in Godot. Yeah, having a little list. But, so that's going good. So then we need to call the battle arranger from here. So we'll say BA. Since we instantiate the battle arranger in the game manager, we have a list to it. We have a reference to it. So if I go up here and I type BA and whole words, so update battle arranger right there, and you can see we declare it right here in the instantiate UI. So I just wanted to display that. And we'll come down here and we'll say restore dead player, restore dead player. So then we'll pass in the player. And so basically now we just have to call this instead. So when we are Ethan Ralph, and if we die, we're going to say game. If we are dead and we come back to life, we're going to say game manager dot restore dead player. And then we'll pass in our self, our fat self, our best self, logs. So we are, I think that should work pretty well. And it's a better option to pass in, it's a better option to call our game manager and have him deal with that function than it is to like call both of them at two different places. That's going to be much better, autistically speaking. So let's go to the start screen and run this thing. Alrighty. So we gotta run through the whole sequence again. I know you guys want to see it one more time, just like I do. It's so much fun.
You ain't shit.
You are not shit. Man, that scene where not scene, but that time that Cyrax actually showed up to visit Biz Marty's house, and he just put him on
Y'all
the
look
ground.
5'1", bitch.
It was so good.
Y'all look 5'1", bitch.
And I will destroy you.
Who's the king?
I lose my fucking temper over these stupid fucking assholes.
I always see thumbnails on YouTube too, like Cyrax going to jail, and it's like, is he finally gonna go? Invalid index speed. No, I think I know what I need to do. I need to get stats.speed. So we say stats, and then we get speed right there, because it's actually a stat on Ralph. I forgot about that. So let's hit that up again. And while it's loading, I'm going to get more coffee. It's going to take a second anyway. I'm in the kitchen, making my way back. Coffee's acquired. Alright, there we go. Felt it. Load the game. We're in the battle display phase. We can see that this is a very serious game because we're using Comic Sans for everything.
You ain't shit! I made you, and I will destroy you.
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
Shit.
Do I look
made
5'1",
you,
bitch?
and I will destroy you.
Alright, Cobra.
I lose my fucking
Time to
temper over these stupid fucking assholes.
So let's see. Yeah, there we go. We're resurrected.
From the top on down.
So now we're added there. I think it's a good way of doing it. Now we just have to, I guess we should add like an end turn button. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So what are we gonna do? I guess we'll just make a end turn button in GIMP real quick. So we'll go File, we'll say New. What are we're gonna make it real small. Probably like, I don't know, 25 on the width. Let's go 50 on the width and like 20. Let's go 50 by 50 and see what that looks like. And then we'll add in an alpha channel. What do we just say? End turn. Add alpha channel. Let me fucking do this. Wow, I am so good with GIMP. And then we'll delete that. And then we're going to add text. Size 62. Create a new layer, of course. What if I select it? Where is my... It's real small. Fuck it. Maybe we'll just put an X there. I think that was my original idea. I don't know what I'm doing. So let's just grab this. We're going to grab the background. We're going to go a little bit smaller on here. This may be way too small, but I don't want it to take up a whole lot of room. I just want to do like a splotch and then like an X to represent an exit. And we probably should make this black. Yeah, there we go. And then I just want to grab like something like this, and we'll grab a red, and we'll make it really small, and we'll just do like an X. And that'll be our end turn button. Let me make it a little bit straighter. There we go. And so then we will file, export as, and we'll call this, let's go to Barbara's Gate, let's go to Godot project. I think I have a UI, and we'll call this exit turn. Exit, turn normal. And then we'll export, and then what I'm going to do is go to colors. Well, actually, can I, like, yeah, colors, and we'll just colorize it. So, like, once it's clicked, I guess we'll turn it, like, yellow, or whatever. Or maybe when we hover it, it'll turn, like a yellow, just so that the player knows they're hovering it. So we'll do that, and then we'll do File, Export, and we'll say Exit Turn, Exit to End, Exit Turn, Hover, and then we'll do it again. We'll go Colors, Colorize, and I guess we'll take a green for when it's actually clicked. So we'll say green, and then we'll say File, Export As, and this will be clicked. Wowee. Doing some hardcore gaming, game coding over here. So let's go back and add that in. It's going to be in our camera holder, and then we're going to go to our players. We're not going to use this one. The player's HUD will probably be the one we'll put it on. We have these actions here. Let's take a look. So we got our 2D. We have all of these here. I think I want to put it like down here. So let's make another one, another control node, and I think we'll call this one general functions. Let's call it turn functions for now. We might have to change that, but anyway, we're going to put a texture button on there. And actually, let's not do that. I don't want to do that. We're going to delete that. We're going to add it to actions, and we're going to move the spell UI over, just because I already have some functions that I'm... basically, whenever the player hovers over this, it kind of prevents him from clicking on the ground behind these spells, and I want to keep that up, and I don't want to have to code more shit. So that's what we're going to do, is add it to this actions bar right here. So we'll just say plus texture button. We then are going to pop in the texture that we saved. So let's go here, and we'll say UI, because I know it's in that folder. Exit out. We got the UI selected. Here we go. Exit, turn, normal. We got to open up the textures, of course. We go to normal, then we go to clicked, pressed, or whatever, and then we say hover. So we'll have that. We might have to move some stuff around here. We're just going to expand that out a little bit, and then we're going to grab this and move it right there. And I think we're going to grab the actions and nice. We're going to move them down just a little bit, and we're going to do the same thing here. Just move them towards the edge of the screen. There we go. So that's our end turn button. And now let's obviously put a signal on that, and we'll call it end turn. End turn. Wowie. Node. Press. Connect. Camera holder on end turn press. And what are we going to do here? We're going to contact our game manager and tell him to move it on over. I think we have an increment turns, so we call it increment turns. There we go. Let's see how that works. And we're also going to print here. Print. We are exiting the current turn. And then we also have to do, so let's see what that function actually entails. And we might have to contact our player and tell him, tell the player it ain't is turn no more. No mo. There we go. Let's just take a look at this function real quick so I can familiarize myself with it. We'll go here, hit that up. So, I'm just looking at this. It looks like everything is good. We move the camera to that player, and then we also set the next state of that player. Do we? Yeah. Yes, we do. Enter turn. So we have no need to set the active turn combatant here. It should move to the next guy. Let's give that a shot. And we're rocking and rolling. It's going to take a second to load. Hopefully my coffee is cool enough to drink. Say dead air. So we go up, and we need to instantiate or initiate the battle with Cyrax.
You ain't shit!
I'm going to maybe fuck around with the
I
music a little
made
bit.
you, and I will destroy you.
Do I look 5'1", bitch? Do I look 5'1", bitch?
And I will destroy you.
I
So,
lose my fucking
turn.
temper over these stupid fucking
I
assholes.
want to resurrect old Ralph, and then I want to increment the turns.
And I'm better at it than anybody else in this whole fucking sector. From the top on down.
And we didn't get Cobra's battle points updated. We got to do that as well. And we also need to add the HP to Ralph right there. I don't know what's going on right there, but let's see. We hit the exit turn, and so we tried to move to that location. So we need to add a little function in. Hold on. Let me go back to our camera holder. So on this guy, we have mouse exited, so we just need to connect those as well. On action button entered. Okay, so we'll click the end turn and we'll say mouse entered, connect, and then we'll choose. We're going to pick, and we're going to check on actions mouse entered. And we're going to connect that, and then we're going to say mouse exited. We're going to connect that to pick on actions mouse exited. So that tells basically the game manager that we're on the UI and we don't mean to do a movement click, because it will do a movement click. So let's try that again and see if we can contain the cobra from lunging. Alrighty. We're back in it. We grab cobes and attack for the millionth time.
You ain't
We
shit!
still got one more spell to code for him, and then we can start working on other characters.
I made you, and I will destroy you.
Do I look 5'1", bitch? Do I look 5'1", bitch?
And I will destroy you.
I lose my fucking temper over these stupid
Alright, so
fucking
let's try
assholes.
and end the turn. So we're now DSP. Current movement allowance on base DSP. Movement range, so we haven't set a current movement allowance for DSP, so we have to do that. I'm just going to do that now, but At least it moved to the next one. You can see our UI got messed up. Up at the top, I'm not exactly sure what happens. Where is DSP? DSP, reveal yourself to us. And it said that that was not a variable, and that we need to add that variable. So we'll say on ready var, and we'll say that equals current movement allowance. What should it be? What do we set it to with cobes? I think I had a little formula. So if I go to current movement allowance, that's right. Stats times 5. So C, we go to DSP, and we pop that in right there. And we're good to go. So, first thing was that when Cobra smoked his weed, he didn't get any health, or at least it didn't update. So we need to do that. So I think we have a take heal function as well, and Cope's goddamn health. So let's copy some stuff from Ralph on his take heal function, and then we'll just separate out what we don't need. So we're going to Control C, go to the King Cobra, paste that in there, and we're obviously not going to need that. We're not going to need Ethan's voice playing. We can keep that right there. We obviously don't need that. And we can still do the dance, I guess, if we want. But we're not going to be dead, so this won't be happening right now. Yeah, so I think we should do that, and then we should also grab we'll go down here, and if anim name equals dance, we want to then set our next state to turn-based. So we do that because when we resurrect, we start dancing. So we were dead, and then we got resurrected. We would dance, and then once the animation ends, we go back to our turn-based mode. And so that's going to cause us problems if we resurrect them out of combat, but I don't really have any systems where they would die out of combat right now. So I guess we're just going to go with it. Let me make sure that the dance animation ends with Cobra, because I believe it's looped. So if I go to dance, okay, it does end. It's a 14-second animation. What the fuck? Okay, let's, is there a better one we can use, possibly? Yeah, dance more. Let's get rid of that autoplay. We don't need it. That one's looped, so we gotta get rid of it. That is a 4-second animation. That's a lot better. So we're going to play the dance more animation instead of the dance. Dance. Cry more A-logs. Got that going. Restore dead player self, but that's not going to happen again because it's not going to be dead. Battle Arranger update player self spell. That should be good. Nice. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm just thinking about this. Is this redundant if we're already restoring a dead player? And I believe so, but maybe not. Let's take a look at that restore dead player function too as well. So Control F, and then we'll go to our Battle Arranger, wherever that's at. Restore dead player. So when I update the player, what happens? Update player. So I need to do this here. HP plus. Yeah, because this should be the health right here. Yeah. I believe so. Nice. And then let's pass in the player. Just want to do this here. We are updating the player, and then we'll tell ourselves what player we're updating. So we're going to say player. Because we're getting it in from a used list, we pass it in, and it's basically a tuple with our player and our spell, so we're going to say player, I think I just do name, and then we'll say str. Stop eating my parentheses, there we go. So let's see what happens now. Start screen. Nice. So we'll go on here, we'll select another game, we'll load it. We'll keep going, and we will attack Cyrax down here.
You ain't shit! I made you.
So are we
and I will
updating when they
destroy
take
you.
damage? Let's take a look.
Do I look 5'1",
Oh,
bitch?
yeah. I should put a little animation on there,
I
Do I look
made
5'1",
you,
bitch?
and I will destroy you.
but that's gonna be a minute.
I lose my fucking temper over these stupid fucking assholes.
Walk up there,
And I'm better at it than
We'll
anybody
smoke some
else in this
weed.
whole fucking sector. From the
go
top
back
on
to
down.
turn-based mode, and then we can exit our turn. So now, not sure why that's happening. That's probably not good. So what I need to do is, I guess, do a double check and see if that character is already scheduled to attack. But besides that, what we need to do now is get Cove's second attack down. And I'm going to take a quick break, real quick. Be back in like 2 seconds. Let's not do anything there. Hitting random fucking buttons. Alright, let's go. Where's my text? Whatever, I'll just make a new one. Text, right there. Be right back. And I'm gonna leave the cows up on the screen. Alright, I'm back. We're going to be doing a lot today. Looks like we've already got a lot accomplished. We just need to get more done. So why is that happening where it doubles up the people? I think... yeah, are we removing him from the list when he dies? Let's check that. No, I don't think we are. That's probably a good point. So, if we take damage and Battle Ranger update player, do we tell the game manager? Let's check. There's no way. Yeah, we didn't. Let's tell the game manager. Game manager. Dot. Report dead player, probably. Report dead player. There we go. And we're also going to pass in ourselves. So we're down here. We're going to say self because we're passing in ourselves as being dead. We'll go to game manager. Oh, I just need to control C because we're going to have to make this function. Go to game manager and we'll pop a function right up in there, and then we'll do that. We'll add some parentheses and of course one of them guys, and instead of a fucking we need a func. Then we're going to pass in the player as well, and our main intention of this is telling the we want to tell our current turn list. We're going to append. So restore dead player. We're going to do the same thing, except we're going to be removing a dead player. So current turn list, and then can we do remove? Remove at, and how are we going to get the int of that position? So we have our turn list. We're going to say for players. For players in current turn list, if players dot name, if players, and we gotta go 0 dot name is equal to what are we gonna say? Player, the incoming player dot name. So basically, if they're the same, I don't even think we need that. I think we can just do this. If the incoming player is equal to the player that is at the index there, then we can remove at that index. So we can just do a count, right? Count equals 0. Actually, let's just say, let's do a use num. Var use num, and we'll say equals 0, and then we'll say, we'll just set that number. So we'll say get current index. So use num equals. Why am I having such a hard time with this? Hold on, is there a function we can use for this? I'm being stupid right now, that's why. So, let's go to lists. I know I can get the object at, I believe. Yeah, get list, no. Maybe it's called an array. Of course, it's called an array, awesome. I forget how these things work. So let's look at all of our methods. So bsearch. Do like get value at. Remove. Do I have to use position? I can't use. Finds the index of an existing value. Awesome, that's what I wanted. I don't know why it was named so weird. I thought it would be named something different. So, let's try that, and let's get rid of this stupid for loop we're using, and we'll just say, what was it, current turn list dot bsearch variant, and our variant is going to be player. I think we're still going to need because current turn list is a list of lists. Fuck. That's the problem. So oh my god, alright. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Bring all my dumb code back. So 4 players in current turn list. That's going to bring back something that looks like this, and this will be the node. This is going to be the player node, and the other one is going to be the speed of the player, so it'll be like 14. So this is what the current turn list brings back when we're going through here. So this is what player looks like that. And we're checking if the player 0, so if the player node is equal to the player node that we are getting, then we want to get that index. So we just have to create a count variable here, and every time we go up, we'll just say count plus equals 1, and then we'll just say we'll just remove whatever the count is when we get to it. Right? Yeah. Equals. Because we'll be on the current count, so that makes sense to me. Let's give that a shot and see. I find it hard to believe we weren't doing that before, though. Whatever. Let's try it. Alright. We're felt if we load the game back in. And then we go here. We're going to have to contact Cyrax again.
You ain't shit!
And we want to see if when he kills Ralph, Ralph is removed from the UI up here. He should be removed then, instead of at the end of the turn.
And I will destroy you.
Y'all look 5-1, bitch.
Okay, he takes another hit.
Y'all look 5-1, bitch.
And I will
not
destroy
removed.
you.
I lose my fucking temper over these
Oh, he
stupid
wasn't
fucking
updated at that point,
assholes.
but he might have been removed from the current turn list because I actually don't have that. So the way we're going to check that is if we resurrect him, and then when it moves to DSP, if we get 2 of them, then we'll know that we had an issue. So I just think of another way we could check this. So when we add in the dead player again, we can just check if there's another instance of that in the current turn list. So it's like, oh, we already have that player, no need to add him back in. Just leave him where he's at. But there we go. Oh shit, I forgot to resurrect him. Motherfucker. Shit. Now we gotta do the whole thing over again. Damn. Brutal. What other music do we have? Sounds good. Sounds better than the other one. I can only play artless because I don't want to lose my monetization. I really need the 30 cents I make off these videos.
I made you, and I will destroy you.
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
I don't know, mainly I think it's like, it'll help people if they want to.
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
And I will destroy you.
Game development's really not that hard.
I lose my fucking temper over these stupid
Let's
fucking
resurrect our
assholes.
fallen comrades with our hot smoke.
Anybody else in this whole fucking sector, from the top on down.
So, yeah, he was added back in, and then he should have been removed at the index, and when we exit our turn, he should be okay. So yes, now we just have one, so everything went smooth. It's DSP's turn now. We can move around with DSP. The problem is, Cobes is still the active character, so we need to obviously code Phil. I don't think we have any code on Phil. But yeah, that will be cool. So, I guess I should probably finish Cobra's other spell here. So we have the spell B clicked, but I don't think it does anything. Let's take a look. Let's go back to King Cobra, and I wanted to do, I think his second spell is Black Flame to light the green smoke. So we need some smoke, some flame particles this time. Let's go here, and we'll make a new scene. This is going to be kind of cool. We can make a flame particle scene. We'll go to 3D, and we'll change the type to, actually we'll leave that. We'll say particles. GPU, we'll add that in, and then we'll add some particles. So we first need the draw passes. I think what we had with the smoke should be close enough to flame anyway, so we'll just do quad mesh. We'll click on the quad mesh. Let's load a new standard material, and then for the albedo, we're just going to use a texture that I made last time. If we quick load it, it should be like smoke or something. There we go, props, smoke. And it's just this kind of blotchy texture that we can set to alpha. And then if I change the color while it's moving, it'll look more like flame. And we can also do stuff like this to kind of shrink it. We could subdivide it. I don't really see a need to right now though, so we'll just leave it there. And I think what I'm going to do is just put this at like 0.75, make it a little less square. And we could make better particles, but for right now, let's see what we can do with those. We'll go back here. We now need a process material. We open that, so that's going there. And this is going to be a fire, so it's going to go upwards. So we got to go to the gravity and set it to, let's go 9.8 in the positive direction. And we're going to save this. We're going to save it with cobes in the props, and we're going to call this Black Flame. Black Flame. And do we want to make this like spawn out of the ground, or do we want to make this shoot from Cobra's hand? I think shooting it from Cobra's hand is way more based, so I think that's the way we're going to do it. So what we're going to do here, we're going to make this into a ball. So it's going to be a sphere. It's going to have some trails. I think that'll look good when it's flying through the air. Lifetime we probably should keep pretty short. We're going to oh, we need to go to the material and set it to billboard. Let's go to our, where's it at? Shading. Billboard right here. Set it to particle billboard. Now it's a particle billboard. We'll probably do unshaded too, just for right now. That'll be easier. Shading, let's go unshaded. And the color here, the texture, Nice. Let's see. Use as albedo. Let's check that. I think that's important for changing the color here because I want to do a hue variation, and we can add the new curve texture. And this does some cool stuff. So, oh wait, no, not that one. Sorry. Let's get rid of that. I want to go to color, and we can do a new color ramp, and that's what I wanted. So we want a gradient here, and let's edit it. Let me get rid of this being so big and have this be bigger. I'm also going to put myself down here so you can see more of the options. Yeah, so we got the color ramp. We choose this. I think I'm going to make that red, or maybe like a yellow. Yeah, probably like a red. Darker red than that. I need to look cool, not like gay. There we go. No. Blood red. And then, whatever, that should be okay. We'll put one in the middle here. That's going to be a yellow. Like a fire. Fiery yellow. Probably somewhere in there. And then we'll have the white, and then up here we're going to have it be like a darker black for smoke. And that looks not great, but for right now as like a placeholder asset that should be okay. And we got to change the scale. Can we put a scale curve texture on there? Why is that not working? Whatever. I'm not going to bother with it. But, so we got that. Let's do like 40. Damn, it really looks like shit. We got to do something to improve that. Maybe we can find a shader on Godot shaders. Let me check that out. Godot shaders. So let me bring this over here. Let's go to spatial. Gotta be some type of flame fire shader. 3D fire shader. Read the full tutorial here. You can change the values and uniform values. Alright, let's take a look. Read the full tutorial here. Download the project here to play with it and make changes. Making a noise function. Animating the fire. This looks like a lot. Let's not mess around with that. Is there a particles? I forgot they had those. Particles. I'm sure they have a sprite pixel explosion. Particle flip buck. Magical water ball shader. Nice. This is something that could be cool. We'll probably have to fix it. It probably won't work with Godot, but I have a quick fix for that. Godot 4. So let's just get rid of that. And what I'm going to do here is add I think it's a mesh instance 3D. I haven't really messed around with shaders, so this is going to be actually fun. So I just can't work on combat anymore for a minute. Let's go to shading. Where do I add the shaders in? So instead of material, I think I add the shaders in here. So new shader material. We go to shaders, new shader, and yeah, black flame GD shader. We will then paste in here And so here's where the errors are going to start showing up. Expected valid type hints. So I don't think this is supposed to be hint white anymore, but I think maybe what I can do is go to my website, and I have this thing. So if I go to average Godot enjoyer.com, damn, it's not even on Google because no one goes there. Average Godot enjoyer.com. I have a link to where I can get this thing I need. So here, I got it. Close. Fuck off. So I need this right here. I guess we'll open it up in Edge. But this is where they changed a bunch of things from Godot 3 to Godot 4 with the shaders. And this guy originally had this whole cheat sheet, and then it got destroyed. So I brought it back with the Wayback Machine, and it's on my website now if you're ever lost. But yeah, I think I need to change the hint white to something else, because that's what's causing our error. So let me close this, and we go to hint white. I'm going to Control F that web page for this. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. So Control F. Here, yeah, hint default white. Now, if I change it, let's see if that works. And we'll probably have a few more of these to do, so we'll save that. Hint color, we're gonna Control F that one too. Control C. Where you at? And hint color is now going to be source color. And I don't know why they changed this. Maybe it's due to some GLE changes or something. Tip color, hint color. Did we already check this one? Control C, and hint color is source color. Okay, so we'll just Control C that again, and that's going to be the same for the rest of those. Go here and Control V. Ah, shit. Control C. Control V. Control V. Screen texture has been removed in favor of using hint screen texture with a uniform. To continue with minimal code changes, add uniform sampler screen texture. So let me write that down here, and then I'll copy it up at the top. So we're going to say uniform sampler to D screen texture hint screen texture. And what is this? Filter linear bitmap. Filter linear bitmap. Bam. And then we'll copy this here. Control X, and then we'll paste it up here. And save it. Expected valid type hint. Hint screen texture. I wonder if that's been replaced. And it's giving me... No, that's not good. Huh. Where's screen texture? What if I just do this? There we we go. So we have this ball. I thought it was going to look cooler. But let's change some of these options. Oh, we got to make a noise texture. I guess, do we make a new fog or a new... Oh, let me check the website. Read me. Oh, thank you. That very much helps me out. There's no instructions. Whatever, let's see what other fucking shaders I got. I know I had a few. If not, I'll just make something in fucking Blender. But I'm pretty sure this should... I had this working. I just can't remember what I did. There's some other traces to it. So we can do that, and I thought it was like animated or something. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't have the knowledge to fix all of that. But, let's not worry about that right now. Let's just delete it. And all we're going to do is mesh instance 3D, and I'm going to, I guess, make a better flame. But I gotta go fucking eat something because I can't even think. So I'm gonna end the stream and then I'll probably come back later and do more coding. But yeah, I think we made some good progress today, even though I really kind of fucked up on the shaders. We did fix a lot in the actual thing of the game, and I'm just gonna go over the game one more time. And the first spell is pretty much all worked out. The player combat is getting there. We're one step closer. We've got the incrementing turns working pretty well. We can remove dead characters from the turn list. So all that's going really well. Aside from the visuals, which I'm not really a big visual person. I'm more of just a function programming type guy. But we'll load up. And we'll roll out and demonstrate it one last time for anyone who hasn't seen it. So we are King Cobra, or we can select wings and move him around. We got Ethan Ralph, we'll move him up a little bit. We got Cobra, we're going to go interact with Cyrax, who is an evil cow.
You ain't shit!
You will then attack the crew. This is our battle arranger up here. It has all of our information that we need. These are their battle points. When they run out of battle
look
points,
5-1,
they
bitch.
can't attack. So we're using a stink attack on Ethan Ralph.
You, and I will destroy you.
A pitch smack on the SP over there.
You, and I will destroy
Even though he's dead, Cyrax continues to beat him.
I
which
lose
is
my
another issue.
fucking temper over
now we
these
have Cobra,
stupid fucking
and
assholes.
we can move around. This is our movement gauge down there, so you can see it's we're losing some. And we do have this problem where we get stuck on other characters. I need to fix that as well. But let's go ahead and use Cobra's spell to give some health to everyone. So we did add health to Ralph. I think his HP went up by 2. Same with Cobra, I believe. I just don't think it updated. And he didn't have an animation. We gotta fix that too. But yeah, I might be back on stream a little bit later. But for right now, I'm starving, so I can't even think. But everybody have a good Saturday.